Chainlink price update. We're going to look at the daily chart first, then we're going to zoom out to the macro and the weekly, look at some important shifts that's happening with Chainlink right now. So let's get right to it. If you want to stay on top of all this and get daily updates, consider joining our Patreon group. I'll keep you updated with everything, all the ins and outs, altcoin requests. We look at Bitcoin dominance. We look at Bitcoin daily, strategies, tips, tricks to exit this cycle, everything going on a daily basis. A lot of extra content there. I'm very active on a daily basis in there. So if you want to stay up to date, that's where to do it. All right, Chainlink. Let's get to it. Daily chart. Look at the Bollinger Bands. Spread wide apart, diverging. Price action now above all moving averages. We've seen this before, but not quite like this, right? Look at the difference here. Bollinger Bands spread wide apart. Price action, I mean, just like a spring out. We've just put in new highs. We closed yesterday taking out this high, signaling maybe a slight change in the winds here. We are in an uptrend now by definition. We made a high here and a low here, right? And now we came down, made a higher low, and we just confirmed a higher high. That's all you need. 2 check marks for an uptrend, and we're in one on the daily chart. Let's confirm some more. How about the on-balance volume? Did we make a higher high in price and in volume? Check and check, right? Really good. You want to back that up. So we're moving higher. Let's look at the Gaussian channel. We're red, but we're on the verge of turning back green here. So it's like we did back here. So if we move down, we definitely don't want to go back into the channel. And ideally, we need to hold either the EMA 8, 14, or the 21. We tried to hold the 21 here in the yellow, right, the yellow line. We tried to hold it back here, right at the Gaussian channel. We couldn't do it. Back to weakness. So if we come back down, that's the line in the sand, 15. We cannot see sub 15 anymore with Chainlink the rest of the cycle. And I don't think we will, based on what I'm going to show you here, based on what I am showing you here. The on-balance volume, the price action, the Bollinger Bands, it all looks really good here. Okay, now let's back this up some more. Let's look at actual volume. Look down here. Let's zoom it in, folks. When is the last time we've seen cluster? Look at all this. There's the blue. That's above average. That's your average. Look how much above average buy volume we're getting here. I have not seen that anywhere. There's some things a shift in here. I would expect a $20 plus Chainlink momentarily. We are probably in July. I would be shocked if we don't get it by August. Even if we go down first, right? This is looking really good. Okay, so $20 loading for Chainlink. That's where we can start to really shift gears. Okay, now let's move up to the weekly. Look how narrow the Bollinger Bands got. And now we're pinching and starting to diverge. So the designer of Bollinger Bands, John Bollinger, ideally, you want these to pinch and then immediately like explode. You don't want to hold around and form this little tunnel, right? Which we've seen. But back here, like another good example, right? They got really narrow and close and then they start to explode, right? Good. That's what we want to see again. We have a low, a high, higher low. We're looking for higher high here, folks. This is on the horizon. Some, not necessarily the next 4 minutes, but maybe by September 1st, we might actually get up here. As crazy as that is to think, we could like 2x here in the next 30, 45. Who cares if it's even longer than that? As long as we're doing so, one of these moves could be on the horizon here. So if we take a copy paste and just kind of overlay this, even from the lows, right? Look where that gets us. Even if we do a move like this, and I feel like the environment now is starting to get like the environment back last November. We're headed in that direction. But let's say we've already, kind of surpassed that. I mean, look at these numbers. We could actually be talking about $40 plus here if we kind of start the move even this week. So looking pretty stellar. Gaussian channel here. Look what's happening. Getting above the median line on the Gaussian. At the same time, the Bollinger Bands are pinching, right? A little bit different from back here. We are coming off of major weakness versus now, I would argue, a little bit more strength than what we else see potentially. like this little W pattern happening. This could be really good, right? Mirror image this wall. Typically can't happen and does happen after W's, right? Little double bottom right here. And this week would confirm this as a double bottom if we take out this high. So a lot of things right on the next 2 days, 9 hours for Chainlink. And there's a lot of coins looking similar to this right now. We could be on the cusp of an early alt season. We still have probably weeks or maybe even longer than that for an actual alt season. But, you know, we talk about this on a daily basis in our Patreon group. So check that out. But this is all looking different than previous Chainlink moves. So I think we're on the verge of some kind of bigger, more explosive move here. And I think that can really start to happen if we kind of climb back above 20, which we've looked at for a long time. So if you look at kind of the shift lows here, range lows, range highs, yeah, we could even encompass this. So if you want to argue 22, but really you can make this a pretty small zone here. 20. Get close north of 20, and Chainlink really hooks in here. All right. I like everything that I'm seeing. Let's check out the weekly volume. Above average. We're right at it right now. We still have 2 days left. Why does that matter? When the hell is the last time you saw above average buy volume for Chainlink? The beginning of the year. 6 months ago. These are the shifts, the subtle shifts, the anomalies. You got to look for the anomalies, things that have not happened in a few hours, days, weeks. No, we're looking at 6 months ago is the last time we saw above average buy volume for Chainlink. Like the last time we saw that initially when we started the Bollinger Bands pinching, hello, there was the first time in a long time as well, right? Look back in history here, right? We had to go back about another 6 months. Got above average buy volume. At the same time, we're hitting the upper Bollinger Band, right? Look at where we are. Look at the similarities. History doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. Above average buy volume for the first time in 6 months. Price action above all moving averages, piercing the upper Bollinger Band as they pinch. Price action at the upper Bollinger Band for the first time in a long time. At the same time, you're getting above average buy volume in the first time in about 6 months as the Bollinger Bands are pinching. Ipso facto, go up-o. Can't get more technical than that. All right, Chainlink, $18. The calm before the storm. I mean, it's written right here. If Chainlink's going to show up, it's time, right? It's right here. Close this week above 1710, and the fuse is lit. A little bit more patience. Again, like the most patient people in the world are Chainlink holders. But our time is coming, right? It's right here. Close above that damn line and about to get rowdy. Chainlink, Sergey, gonna swing around his flannel shirts again. You can take off we just rip this off. Hulk rip it and put on the plaid. We don't even know where it's at right now. Forming my dog bed. It'll come back to life. Get Chainlink above 20. Get a strobe light in here. Whatever you want. Give me some ideas. Whatever. Okay, that's let's get to our quote and card of the day if you want. If you want to stick around. July 18th. That's today. Nothing great in the world has ever been accomplished without passion. Agreed. Card of the day. The Bugatti Mistral. One of the newer ones. You might not have seen this one yet. It's pretty hot. I like it. I like it better than the Devo. I like it better than the whatever the other one is. What's the Chiron? I like this one better. So I happen to get they already have a model car out. So obviously I had to pick that up. Got to get the yellow brakes, side profile. I love the rear. I think this is the best Bugatti rear I've seen on a production car. Look, I think I got a rear picture here on the real one. If it's loading. I think it's loading. All right, there it is. Look at that. Convertible too. Rockstar. All right, Bugatti Mistral.